Hey everybody, Jamie Bunn, Fish Blue Water. We are here at the 2020 Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. It's Boat Show week, so what are we gonna do? We're taking a walk around the show here, looking for some really cool products, some really great stuff that we think you might like to take a look at. We're gonna spotlight it for you, and we're here at Seavee Boats booth on the new 32Z. So we're gonna show you some of the great features that they've incorporated into this recently new designed layout. So, the 32 Seavee is one near and dear to my heart. I have owned personally a couple of 32s over the years. However, they were the B-hull standard hull, not the stepped hull that they have available as well today. I currently we have a 39 Seavee that we have this coffin box on. One of the things that stood out for me, didn't know that it was offered as an option on this particular boat, but I can tell you, when you're making those trips, in particular to the Bahamas, you need some extra storage space or cooler space. This thing is great. It also becomes a fantastic seat. And they didn't put the option on here, but you actually, they have basically a backrest, okay? With just a couple of sleeves where the backrest can slip in, be easily removed. You got a girlfriend, you got a wife, now you've got a really nice lounge chair on the front of a 32-foot center console Seavee. So I guess I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but the 320 Seavee, 32-foot Seavee, was basically just totally redesigned on the inside. And inspired by the 37-foot Seavee, which we're going to show you the transom of the boat here in a minute. It had those corner wells and some things that they did differently to really make a lot more deck space and interior space in the boat. And so in that redesign, one of the things that comes available now on the 32 Seavee, this is the standard console for the 34 that's available on this boat. So it gives you just a little bit of more room down inside the console. Again, whether it's everyday trips, long range trips, I've stuffed a ton of stuff inside that console. And again, for your ladies, I don't particularly put one on my boat, but they do come available with a head, so that's an option as well. Okay, so again, going back to this 34 console on the 32-foot Seavee, really packs a punch on the dash in terms of the space that you have. You can see here, we've got two 16-inch Simrad NSS Evo 3 units, which by the way, whoever owns this boat, you're a smart person. Phenomenal electronics. They're gonna love them. And just a lot of room on the dash for a boat that's in the 32-foot range. All right, so we're back here in the stern of the boat, and I think this is where it all comes together. This is where Seavee nailed it in terms of redesigning, re-engineering the cap of this boat to mirror its big brother in the 37Z Seavee. You see here, we've got these corner wells, and by shifting these wells to the corners where it used to have a well in the center, you can see where they've now created so much deck space here under the floor. You got room for a nice sized bait well. This is an option here you see in front of me. This is actually a removable seat with backrest. And then, much like the 34, the 37, the 39, the 32Z even comes with a side door. So sandbars, daytime sword fishing, trying to get a big fish in the boat. You really don't, it's a smaller version of their lineup that fishes like the biggest holes they have in their lineup. So kudos to Seavee on a great concept and a great design. All right, so we've shifted over to another side of the show. We're here at the Contender booth, partners of ours and sponsors of the Quest for the Crest Sailfish Series. So I felt obligated. We've got Melissa here to my right.
Good morning.
Everybody say hi to Melissa. So we are standing on board the boat of Mr. Daryl Decca and Mark Lamb, who fished together out of West Palm Beach. Team doing it all hard way. So if you don't know much about these guys, very talented fishermen. They fish both the summer side of our tournament series, as well as the Sailfish Series that's coming up this January. So, Melissa, what I'd like to do for the people that are watching this kind of boat show video that we're putting together is just share a few highlights with them in regards to the 39 ST that Daryl and Mark have built here, and explain a little bit of some of the benefits that are going to help them as they continue to compete and be successful in all these tournaments.
You got it, yeah. So we've got this custom built boat for them, our Contender 39 ST. They've got this awesome custom live well system set up just for them, to their specs for what they need in their tournaments by Hooker Electric. It's super fantastic. Also,
so the boat, now a lot of people like myself, I'm most familiar with Hooker Electric. I think about their kite reels.
Okay.
But they also offer a pump system,
They
correct?
do. They also offer a pump system, so we partnered with them to build this system just for Team Doing It Hard.
I guess if we take a peek down here, that's going to showcase the pumps that are inside this particular boat. Very nice.
5 wells in the transom here, 1 in the floor. There's tons of space here.
These about 50 gallons. Daryl, you've chosen a nice pretty color. Keep the nice baits nice and calm with this light blue shade and tinge here in the well system, which is important because for those of you guys that are watching this, a little tip and trick, tournament success is a lot about your bait. Bait is everything. Healthy bait gets you more bites, right? And the whole concept behind these colored wells, the theory behind it is that it calms the bait, it keeps the bait calm when they go into the well, so they're not swimming all over the place, beating themselves up, swimming into the side of the well. And if you didn't know, now you know that's why a lot of times you'll see these types of boats with painted wells on the inside. So while we're back here, I do want to take a minute, shout out Yamaha, who's also a sponsor of our Quest for the Crest Sailfish Series. They've got Mercury Marine, who's a great partner on the summer series side. This boat is configured with 300 Yamahas, which is the workhorse motor of the Yamaha lineup. And I'm gonna guess that this boat is gonna probably perform somewhere in the mid 60s with these 300s and be really fuel efficient doing it. So how about we take a walk a little further forward?
So before we walk forward, you take a look up. We've got this full tower system. See, this is also custom built for them. A tower, it's got the bugging cover on it, and full controls up at the top, so they can be running their tournaments built exactly to the heights they want to run with.
I also see that this tower is collapsible.
It is.
And so here's a cool thing. This is a 39-foot boat, Melissa, but it's also trailerable. Daryl Decca keeps his boat on a trailer. His wife loves horses. They live out west in Wellington, so this boat travels to and from a boat ramp quite a bit. And so they're still able to break it down.
Exactly. Tons of clearance. It's much more flexible that way.
Perfect, okay. So talk to me about the console just for a second.
So the console's really set up here. We've got, of course, cup holders. Keep you hydrated while you're out there on the water. VHF really close by. Throttles. 2 large touchscreen navigation systems, displays. Just put your fish finder up there, your satellite, your radar, everything. It's perfect. Your charts are going. Very visible. Tons of storage in the seat here. Just great setup. Clean, accessible.
And again, one of the things, just standing here is the guy that's running behind the boat. I've talked about this in other videos on other boats. You can see right over the bow of the boat. You have great visibility, great clearance, which is important, particularly a lot of times. Let's say, for this Sailfish series that these guys are gearing up, a lot of times they're fishing in rough weather, rough stuff. So visibility is really important. and can't say enough about how valuable that is to be able to anticipate what's out in front of you and react in enough time to keep the crew on your boat safe. All right, Melissa, so we're up here in the bow of the boat. I feel like I need to play some music on these beautiful JL audio speakers they've got, because we got a dance floor here.
We have a dance floor.
You ready? You ready to get down?
Dance floor, plenty of room to work for those.
Plenty of room here.
You guys are in no tournaments, like tons of space to move around.
This is a standout for me. What do we got here?
So what we've got right here is our coffin box. This thing is absolutely a standout feature. Tons of storage in here, cooler space, dry space, anything you really need it for. Underneath, there's deck space. There's tons of storage here.
Yeah, I see that. This is
Either
a really
fish
nice
boxes.
size pack that we're going to show you in a minute.
We'll show you those. Ice those down. Keep your fish in there. Keep your gear in there. Storage. Cooler in our console seat. Cooler in our storage inside as well. But yeah, tons of set of room.
I see we have the. Let me slide by you here. We've got the signature Contender grab rail. I honestly believe, as long as I can remember, when I see a rail like this, I think of Contender boats, because this has been a feature on their boats for many, many years. I'd say one of the things that I'm a big fan of on the Contender boats is they really focus on the things that matter most to competitive fishermen. And if it's good enough for a competitive fisherman, I'm pretty sure it's gonna work for an everyday fisherman, right? And so when you're up here on the bow of the boat, as these boats keep getting bigger and bigger today, you lose a lot of the fishable space, gaff range, and things of that nature, because they get so high, the freeboard gets so high, the deck comes up, you're so far from the waterline, right? Makes it very difficult for a crew member to be able to gaff that tournament-winning fish or whatever the case may be. Never gonna have that issue on this 39 ST. We're not in the water right now, but I can assure you, this boat is as fishable as you're gonna find for a boat in its range up on the bow of the boat. So bravo to them on that. It's a feature that I definitely love. And you know, here we have it. We have the Doing It All Hard Way 39 ST by Contender Boats. Melissa, thank you for joining us, and we hope you guys enjoyed this little piece here at the boat show.